no subscribers. Anyways, we're on episode 4, posting on the YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a couple laps of the Nurburgring endurance track, and talking a little bit about the price of running a sim rig at home. If you're watching this, you're probably already interested in sim racing, so you might already have this. I guess this advice is for people who already have a system. Fuck out of the way, boy. Cone. Already have a system like a PS5, Xbox. I'm not going to really get into PC stuff. I don't have a PC, and I haven't had a PC in many years. I used to build them with my older brother, my cousin, but I'm a Mac boy now. I ain't got time for that. Maybe in the future. But if you already have an Xbox or a PlayStation 5, it's about $700, I would say, to get what I have, or what I started with. I started with the Logitech G923, which goes for about like $350, or no, maybe $280, something like that. Good system. It was great for Gran Turismo, because it had True Force, which gives you a little bit more details of road feel. And I got it essentially just to see if I actually wanted to continue and play this and have a sim rig. So that's what I would start out if I had a PlayStation. If I had an Xbox, I would probably go with the Moza R3. That's more, I guess, current than the Logitech. The Logitech is belt driven or gear driven. So the motor, I guess the steering wheel field isn't as detailed. You get a little bit of gear slop. It's not as tight feeling, if that makes sense. With the direct drive wheelbase, it feels a lot more connected to the virtual road, I guess. Moza R3 for Xbox. About, not quite $100 more expensive, but it's definitely worth $100 more than the Logitech. It's more upgradable, more future-proof. I think the Logitech's gonna go away, or that whole gear-driven, toy-feeling system. I hope so. Maybe they'll come up with their own low Newton meter wheelbase in the future and get rid of those kind of outdated feeling systems, the G9s. As far as the rig goes, I found this one called the GTPlayer Sim Cockpit on Amazon. It's the one with the Bluetooth speakers that are integrated into the seat. I like it because it's made out of 2-inch round bar, and it's stiff as hell. It does have areas. It comes with the wheel, and you can unscrew them and put better wheels on them. I got more industrial looking wheel with like a harder rubber. The ones that it come with are like hard plastic office chair wheels. The pedal board area kind of stuck at like a 30-degree angle, which is fine for the Logitech RS wheels. Likely the Logitech Pro pedals. Did I say Logitech RS wheels? I mean the RS pedals and the Pro pedals. I think they have the same angle. I had no issue with it. I don't really feel the need to adjust that angle too often. It does have plenty of slots to move it back and forth to your liking, depending on where the seat is positioned. I have mine set up kind of as far as it would go forward. For me, that made it so if my chair is like dead center, then my feet are in a good position for the pedals. I figure, and my hands are where they should be on the steering wheel, and they're not fatigued. Yeah, I figure if anyone else wants to jump on board, they can move it forward, and proportionally their hands would fit and their feet would fit. You know, if they're like 2 inches smaller than me and their hands are a little bit shorter and their feet are a little bit shorter, then they could scoot up a little bit, etc. for the bigger guys. I don't know how it's going to work out. Only a few people have driven my rig so far. But yeah, this rig, I would definitely recommend it, and I have been on Reddit and other, when people have asked me. It's about $369, or it's $369 almost always on Amazon. And then right now, it went on sale for $295. So not a bad deal. Comes with the chair, which is awesome. And you could probably take this chair and put it on something else, on a better rig if you want. I think it's a pretty good value. Pretty stiff. I don't see myself upgrading. It does have like a shifter mount that comes with it. I didn't think I was going to use it, so I tossed it. Who knows if I'll get a shifter or a handbrake, I'm still deciding. But for pedals and the steering wheel, it's plenty stiff for 8 Newton meters, 75 kilograms brake force on the load cells. So I definitely recommend this rig, and either one of those two wheel and pedal combinations, depending on which console you have. TV, oh, to get the best TV you can. It'll work on any TV. I ran mine on a 10-plus-year-old, what is it, a Sony Aquos, 1080p. It did have a good refresh rate. I think it was a 120 hertz or whatever. That TV looks great. I run it on my 4K LG V4. It looks even better, but I wouldn't stress on it. You'll still be able to play. Have an awesome time with your existing, TV. But I definitely recommend getting one, a sim rig. If you're thinking about it, because the technology is getting better for, home use. It's getting cheaper. And they say it's getting more popular, but I've got, no stats to back it up. But so far convinced my brother Jeff to get one. He got a PC kind of build, Sim Magic, Play Seat Trophy, which he says he doesn't like. I know those cost like 100 or 200 more than the sim rig I recommended. And he says the steering bar kind of moves. Like he was able to pull it downwards. I haven't had a problem with my sim rig, the GTPlayer. Has got some pretty beefy lock washers. I think it's a 13 mil bolt. So I was able to crank those down and not moved so far. I did also convince my friend Julie and her boyfriend Dom to get a sim set up, and from the looks of it, it looks like they got the same GTPlayer sim rig. I don't know what wheelbase and wheel they got. I know they were debating on the Logitech G for the Xbox or the Moza R3. I was recommending the Moza R3. There was concerns it was $150 extra, but I still told them to get the R3. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'll be doing a little episode every day. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they got. I hope they got the R3. A little bummed that they're on Xbox because we don't share very many games. I guess ACC, WRC, we could all play F1. So, and concerns about space. Basically, think about if you had to set up a small desk for yourself. It's about, or you had to set up a temporary desk for a friend. It's about that much space. I think my table is 31 inches wide, just about the same as my monitor. The wheelbase sticks out from the desk like normal. If your office chair was, pulled out. Next to I'll do a video tour on my rig and my little space in the coming month. But if you had like 2 bikes vertical against the wall, it takes about that much. Or maybe 2 bikes next to each other, sticking out from the wall, it's about that much space. I got a bike next to me, it's vertical. If I set it down, it'll probably take about that much space. Handlebar thickness and the length of it. Honestly, I've got a 31-inch monitor, so whatever that is across is like the size of my table. Those are the widest parts of the rig. And then the wheelbase itself is barely thicker than my shoulder blade. So you could fit it in a pretty small space. I've seen people put it in their closets before, under stairwells. I was thinking about putting my full-size bed and building a loft out and getting the rig and my kind of work computer stuff under there and clear out more kind of space in the studio. I don't know if I want to be that close to the ceiling though. And if I have to pee at night, having to go down some stairs. We'll see. Excuse me. Also, I have turned you've been looking at my like accelerator monitor, brake monitor, it might look different in the past videos. I did finally switch to expert mode. I was in a custom setting for my assist. I still have like traction control on, and I think a different traction control. Let's just turn that off. I'm essentially using expert mode in my settings, and I turned off the those little yellow polka dots where the line should be, and I turned on the brake indicators. I'm going to use them for now while I'm learning tracks and doing early stages of online racing when I have to learn a track, and I don't want to mess that up. So for now they're staying on. Doesn't look as realistic, but you know. Damn, 4 seconds. Can I catch up to this guy? He's Garnizzo in the same car. Oh, he's still faster. Oh, I'm eating at that. 3, 8, 3, 7. No, he got this. Around 7 years? Nope. Alright, and come on, baby. Nope. Alrighty. Clean race bonus, always good to see. That's good practice for when I'm racing online. But, yeah. And before we go, here's a quick little look into... Let's just check what's in the legend cars. Not that I have the money, but I would definitely buy this. I'm going to buy that one eventually. Okay, nothing else. Alright, that's the episode for today. I might do one more episode. Or maybe I'll save it for later in the week. It's these weekly challenges. Usually I blast through at least 3 of them pretty quickly. This one, I'll probably have to try multiple times to find out what tire works and what combination. But we'll see on that one. Alright guys, we'll see you later, and like and subscribe, and holler at your friends, and see if they'll do the same. Alright, see you guys next episode.